Hello guys again, welcome back in this chapter 2 of the Railway Children's Story. So today we're going to discuss this chapter together. Here we are. So let's get started. We have often want something to happen, but maybe it's not going to happen at all. So the candle went out, and we looked for our boxes to find another candle to light it up, and then we get it, and we lit it, and we can't see around us. And we found there is no any supper prepared from the homekeeper. So my mom looked for everywhere, and she didn't find any supper get ready. And she said, how a horrible woman or a homekeeper, because she take our money and got us nothing to eat it in this night. So my children went to look in our boxes and unpacked our boxes, and they found some candles and some food like a pie and apple and other things. That was a horrible supper, but sounds good for some people who feel so hungry. And we eat it and sleep. And when the morning came, my brother pulled one of my children from his hair and tell her, "Come on, wake up! Did you lost you? We are in the new house. Come on, remember that." And we wake up, and we planned between us, the three children, to surprise my mother to prepare the breakfast. But first, we said, let's take a look around the house and get out from the home. And when we are out of the house, we went and we saw a stone, beautiful, comfortable stone, and we saw a railway line. And we decided to go there, but one of my sisters tell me, no, we have to stay here on these rocks and look for the train coming through or past. So we sit. By time we are falling asleep because we wake up earlier. And then our mother come to us, and she looking for us, trying to looking for us. So when she find us, she tell us, I found the Last Supper. It was in the door. We thought it's the cupboard door. When I opened the door in the morning, I found it's a room with a table, and there is a supper on it. And there is a letter from the homekeeper explaining what's happened to her and why she's leave us in the last night. And she said her boy broke his arm and she had to leave the house immediately, and I will come back tomorrow. Then we went to the house and we have our breakfast, but the food was for supper, so it was really hard and tough and isn't tasty. So we eat it and we went out to play. And then we prepare and arrange our house with our mother, and we help her after noon. My mother said, that's enough for today. Feel so tired. I have to take time to rest. And she went to her own room, to write some story, to sell them, to own or have some money to help her with to buy something to the house. That time our father isn't with us. He's in London, still there. And then one of my sisters look at me and tell me where we have to go, and we all know exactly when we need to go. So we get out and said to the railway, of course. So we went down the hill and we saw a fence in front of the railway lines, and there is some telegraph wires and a lot of things. So we passed the fence, by climbed it up and then get down off the fence, and then we heard a big noise come through. It gets louder and louder every second from the tunnel, and then we saw a train pass us very fast. It's like a sound of wild animal. That was so exciting. So one of my sister asked me if that train going to London, where is our father there? Is in London, is father where is my father there? So I answered her, let's go for the train station and find out. So we went there and we looked around us. There's a lot of railway lines, and there is a lot of people packing, holding their bag, enter and get out from the train. So we asked one of the service people there about the train, and he answered us. And we saw a lot of heaps holding a lot of coal inside it. And then we went back for our home because it's the sun nearly set and the dark was coming. One day there is our mother tell us we are poor right now, but we didn't actually realize, or we just didn't really think we are really poor, because we are eating nice foods print from our old house, and we are wearing the same clothes from the rich or old house, and we have maybe the same toys. So we didn't feel we are poor. But one day, after 3 days of heavy raining, we asked in the June, we asked our mother to let a coal to warm our body. But she said, we are so poor and we can't let coal or bring coal in this house in the June because it's so expensive. So we thought that time we are already being poor. So what we have to do, I asked my friend or my brothers, to go for the heaps to collect some coal and bring it back to home. And we do that for 3 times, and that was easily and done without any mistakes or something wrong with it. But the 4th time, that's what the horrible time for us. When we get down to the hill and climb, passing the fence and reach for the train and climb into the carts, or I don't know what's called, and we collect some coal from the middle of the hips, of the train, and this is the coal using for the train engine to make it work, because this engine was work with steam, depend on steam. So while we are collect some coal in our bags, the train master saw us, and he catch my brother Peter, and he tell me, I'm going to take you for the train station. But another voice the train station master heard from the darkness. It was my sister. She said, no, no, the station, don't take us for the station. And the third voice, no, we don't want to go for the police station. And then he said, not the police station, train station. But he said after heard there is three sound of us, how many of you are there? And we vanished all of us from the darkness, and he saw us, and he tell us why we are taking this coal from these heaps. And we tell him, we just need these heaps to light it in the night because we feel so cold. And all the house around us has a light in the night, but we didn't. But we don't. So we need to lit a fire to feel warm and to prepare our supper in the night. And my mother said we are poor and we can't have coal. So he tell us, this is a stealing. Don't do that again. I will let you go back to your home. I know where's your home. It's the white home on the hill. If you repeat that, I'm going to take you by myself to the station, to the train station there, and take you for the police. So please don't do that again. And he let us to go back. And when my mother saw this coal around behind the door, she thought we didn't have a lot of coal, but she surprised from the heaps of coal collecting around or behind, in front of the back door of our house. And she held some of this coal and let it up. So that's all in this story. I hope to see you in the third chapter.